Hi y'all, it's me. I am here with the first of two video tutorials that I will be doing for Beebeecraft using projects I received from their shop. I'll list the store down below as well as the items I've used and additional items that I've pulled from my own stash that Beebeecraft carries will be down below to make this project easier for you if you care to give it a try. I'll also link a coupon code down below for you that will get you $5 off a $45 purchase. So I'm going to jump right in using the products that you see below. I showed these in my previous video from showing the haul video I got from Beebeecraft. And I chose these coin capsules, which you get a whole bunch in here, as you can see. And what they are is these little capsules that they use for coin collectors. But again, I found another use for them, and they simply come apart, and they're a little bit, they have like 1/8 of an inch depth to them, so you can put things inside of them, which make them really fun. So I'll be using those as well as some of the beads that I got from Beebeecraft. Now you're going to want to stay tuned to the end of this tutorial because I'm going to show you another use for these as well. I'm not doing a tutorial on it, but I want to show you another idea. So let me move these over and I'll show you what it is that we're going to be making today. And we're going to be making these cute little dangles, and I'll bring them up closer for you just a second here. So here's the one that I made, one of them, and as you can see, I have some shaker bits in there. I have a decorative piece on front, and then I've used some of the beads from Beebeecraft and some findings from my stash. I also have it decorated on the side, which makes them look super cute. You can hang these from your planners, from your mini albums. You can give them as gifts. You can put them on presents, whatever you'd like to do. And this is the second one that I've created. Again, you can see I have a picture on the outside. The shaker bits are in the inside. Beebeecraft beads are here. And the coin capsule has the decorations on the side. So I'll be going over everything you need to complete this project. So let me pull this out of the way, and then I will show you some of the things that you can need for this project. So the first items you're going to need are some lobster claws. There's, plain and simple ones like the metals, or you can get these large plastic ones which make it look much more fun. You're going to need some jump rings for sure. You're going to need some eye pins, and eye pins are the ones that have the holes in the ends there. I have some eye screws here, which you don't really need these, but I'll show you how I use them, so you may have that as an option. You'll need some bails, and bails come in all different colors, and they come in metals, golds, and silvers, and I, for this project, really like the clear ones that you can get, so I'll put that there. You'll need some tools, of course, for working with your findings. Some E6000 or some other kind of glue that's, pretty sturdy. You're also going to need some small images to put on the front of your dangle, whether it be little wood pieces. They could be little ephemera pieces that you have. They could be puffy stickers from your stash. They could be just about anything that you have that's little. That's what you'll be needing. You'll need some sequin mix to fill in your capsule. And you're going to need, you're going to need some kind of a bling for the edges, or not. It's up to you. This is just what I chose to use. These are from Dollar Tree self-adhesive, which makes them really nice, as are these from Hobby Lobby. They're self-adhesive. So those, again, don't forget to look around for all the little things you have in your stash, because they can all be used in this project. Even things like this, a sticker book that has little stickers, can be used. So just check out everything that you have in your stash. Oops, have a little mishap. Okay, so let's get started, and I'll show you how easy these are to put together, and then you can do them on your own. I'm going to try to do this as best as I can on camera. You know how it is when you're fidgeting with small things. It's always a little bit challenging. So the first thing you want to do, and I went ahead one step ahead of all of you to do this because of the drying time, is you have to glue a bail onto the back portion of the coin capsule. As you can see here, I used a silver one and I glued it on there. Once you put your shaker bits in there, this won't be seen as much, so don't worry about that. And then you'll have your cover. So first thing you want to do is get all your supplies out in front of you. I have my stuff here. Let me start with this one. I'm going to start with this one first. We're going to do 2 of them. So I'm going to start with this one because this one is a little simple compared to the other. So as you can see, I have my shaker bits, I have my beads, I have my jump ring, and I have my bling and my coin capsule from Beebeecraft. So everything's here and ready for me to go. So as you can see, I've already glued the bail on this one. And I went ahead and added a jump ring to it just to give me a little head start here. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to decide what picture you want on the front of your capsule. I've decided in this instance to use a puffy sticker, which is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and place that right down on to the capsule. That's simple. I would suggest there's going to be another method, so just decide which method works best for you. You'll see that on my next one. So that's step 1. Step number 2, we're going to take our shaker bits and carefully pour them into the back portion of this coin capsule. I'm going to try to get them all in there without spilling any onto the table. And once you have that part done, as you can see there, they're all in there, nice and full. I'm going to go ahead and put the top on. So far, it's so simple, right? And these stay on really well, so you don't even have to worry about gluing them in place. Unless you want to, of course, that's up to you. So now that we have this part, we need to consider our beads. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my tools, and I think I'll use just this pair, and I need another something. I'm going to go ahead, oopsie, I'm going to open this jump ring to start with. And again, you want to have a jump ring. I'm going to use my finger actually. And I'm going to add my eye pin onto that jump ring right here. Let's see if I can get that. And go ahead and close back the jump ring. I'm using my finger because these are so soft to close. Just want to make sure you have a good closure on there. Now you can see I have my eye pin attached. Now I'm simply going to start placing my beads onto the eye pin. So we've got the blue. Let's do a pink. Actually, I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to do pink. Switching it up a little. I'm going to do a blue, and these are the pumpkin beads that Beebeecraft have, and that's the other round ones that Beebeecraft has. I'm going to add a star. That's from my stash. I'll do another blue, and I'll do another pink. And now I've come to the end of my eye pin here. So now what I'm going to do is you kind of hold down your eye pin, keep it straight, and then I like to bend the top of this piece way down to the top of the bead, and I like to bend it right at that point there. Now, as you can see, I have a long piece of metal here that's going to be a bit too long for what I need to do, which is make a loop. So I'm going to use my wire cutters just to trim off just a hair of that off. You can kind of guess at it. You don't, it's not a science. I have these round pliers here that I like to use, and I hold them with my hand in this position so that when I roll the circle, I can have full movement. So you want to hold it kind of like up, in this position. Then you're simply going to hold that end of that wire, and you're going to start to roll. And as you roll, you will see that we've created a loop right there. Oops, right there. That's really easy to do. Now I'm going to set this down for a moment, and I'm going to open my jump ring. I chose this large jump ring that I want to use to attach the lobster claw. Now this one's a little bit sturdier than the one I used down at the bottom, so I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to open this one up. Whoa, this one's really tight. I wonder if they even cut the This one doesn't want to open. This is a really tight one. I don't think they cut the metal. Let me try another one. I have one here. Try another one. That one was pretty tight. All right, let's do this again. These are not working. Okay, there we go. I have opened this one up. Sorry about that. It was a little bit challenging. You're going to slide that onto the loop that you just created. And then actually, I'm having a feeling, hang on a minute, I think that particular one was a little bit too big for this project now that I'm looking at it. So I'm just going to grab another one. Oh, the trials when you're on camera making a tutorial. So, okay, this one opened up fine. So now I'm going to go ahead and slip that one right onto the loop that I made earlier. And then I'm going to take my lobster claw and I'm going to slide that one down in there. And I hope it fits because this is quite a big lobster claw, but it fit. So there we go. We have our first portion of our dangle, and it is so cute, y'all. Sorry for the little mishaps, but you know how it goes. Now I'm going to take the bling that I have chosen for this particular one, and again it's self-adhesive, so you can just pull it off and simply pick up your little coin capsule and lay this down. This will also help keep the pieces together. And you're just going to wrap it around. See how easy this is? I'm not even have to use glue. And I'm probably a little short on this one, but I didn't measure it ahead, but you can get the idea right there. So that's the first one that I have for you. Really easy. Now I'm going to show you the next one, and hopefully it'll go a little bit smoother than this one did. And this one, I'm going to do a little bit of different things to it that I want to share with you. So as you can see, again, I already have the bail glued on. On this one, I took an eye pin and I cut it down smaller. Let's see, sorry, it's a little blurry. I cut the eye pin down a little bit smaller and I just glued it on to allow me to be able to dangle something from the end of this, the bottom side of the capsule. And this is a little charm from my stash. You can kind of see how that comes together there. So that's another idea. The other idea that I did was with the eye screws is if you have a little drill, you can drill a hole in the top here and you can screw in an eye screw to get that loop as well. It would act as a bail. That's why I brought these out. So let's get into this one. The first thing I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to actually do a different technique than using a sticker on the front of the capsule. I'm going to use a little die cut piece that I have. So what I want to do with this one is I'm going to get some glue and I'm going to put some glue onto this little cutout piece here like that, and I'm going to actually put this underneath on the inside of the capsule. You can see there it kind of looks milky, but as that dries that will clear up and it will look really nice. It also prevents the paper from getting knocked off the outside of the capsule. So this is the inside of the capsule. So next, while we're waiting for that to do its thing, we're going to fill it up with the little bits that we picked out for this particular one. Let me get those in there really carefully, I hope. You always hope for the best, but you know how it goes. See? So let me get those up there. Sorry about that. It would be really nice if you had a cameraman while you were filming. They could come in and get close-ups and all that while your hands are busy. So now I've got those items in here. And I'm going to go ahead and set this down. Now you want to make sure that your design element on the capsule is facing in the proper direction from the bail. So there you go. That's that part. Now we're going to go ahead and lay out the rest of my goodies. And we are going to put this one together. And as you can see, they pretty much come together really quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and open this little jump ring somewhere. Jump rings are not being my friend today, are they? Sorry, I'm trying to stay on camera, but I can't see where that little, why these things are being so stubborn lately. Okay, I think that's enough. Go ahead and put that on. Well, maybe it isn't enough. Man, these are stubborn. That first one was like really easy. Okay, whoops, sorry. I'm going to put that in here. I'm going to try anyway. Okay, and while that's open, I'm going to go ahead and add my eye pin to the jump ring right there. Hopefully, close this up. I'm going to use 2 pair this time because these are a little more stubborn. Close that up. There we go. Now I have my eye pin ready for my beading, and I am going to start with, let's start with a yellow bead from Beebeecraft. Slide that on. I'm going to slide on a pink pumpkin bead, and I have a little bead that is going to be a little interesting to try to share. So this bead has a hole in it in the middle. So if you did this, you would see the wire. But what I have found is that I have a small bead in my stash, and I'm going to pull that out. This is small enough to do what I need it to do. So simply, I'm going to put this bead on there and let this poke up a little. I'm going to slide this tiny little bead down in there. This is a little fussy, but you'll get it once you play with it. Push that bead down. This is not going to work, I suppose, because I'm on camera. And then you see it fits right in there. Then you want to bring this up so that your eye pin can go right back in and out through the other side. Then you'll have a center for your flower, which looks super cute. I'm going to continue with a pink pumpkin bead. I'm going to add the yellow bead here. And there you go. You have a cute little design for the dangle part of your dangle here. So I'm going to go ahead and bend the wire over like I showed you earlier. I'm going to go ahead and do the curling technique for the wire, which is holding my pliers upside down and then simply rolling it over to get my loop. And you may have to do this a little, couple of times just to get the hang of it, but you just want to make sure that nothing is going to fall off of that loop once you've created it. And then you're going to set that down. We're going to get our jump ring. Hopefully this one will cooperate for me, which it did. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the top here of this little thing. And then I am going to add my lobster claw to it. Close this back up. And there you have your cute little dangle with a dangle at the end, which is cute. You could add a tassel down there. You could add all kinds of cute little things down there. And the last thing I have to do with this one is, again, these probably weren't measured properly, but you'll get the idea, is to take your little stickers for the side, lay it down, and turn. Yeah, I didn't have quite enough, but that's okay. You get the idea. And there you go. You have this cute little dangle to hang on your projects. So those are the ones that I wanted to share with you, but I also wanted to show you an additional idea in case you had a lot of these capsules left and like, what do I do with them? You could make little gift tags. And all I did was cut a tag out. I added some trim there. I put the little shaker bits inside. I did trim the edge with some white pearl. That's that little wood veneer, and then I added some pom-pom and some glitter down at the bottom, and I think these are so adorable. So that's another idea for the coin capsules. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry for all the fumbles, but we got through it. And don't forget to shop at Beebeecraft. Again, all the links will be down below for you. Until next time, do what makes you happy. Bye for now.